And welcome to week 9 of Driving Around Making Picks. I'm football handicapper Trey Carr. So week 8 is now in the books. Trey Carr went 2-2 last week, and I am ready for a breakout week here in week 9. Some great matchups this week. Not just your Goliath matchups that we're all excited about, such as the Rams at Saints or the Packers at the Patriots, but there's some other great games on the slate this week that offer great value, and I've been working real hard this week to find out who those winners are. I've been looking at injury reports, listening to podcasts, studying trends, system plays. I've been watching tape. I am ready to give you guys 4 winners this week. So let's jump right into it with our first pick. The first 2 picks actually will be a system play, which I am now famous for. Last week, if you recall, my favorite system play, that of the home team playing a second straight home game after losing the first, came in 2-0 as I gave you both Arizona and Chicago. Both teams won and covered last week. Well, I am proud and excited to report there are 2 more games that qualify this week for that system play. The first one is the Buffalo Bills are hosting the Chicago Bears on Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Bills are plus 10. And I like Buffalo in this game. I know everyone's down on them for what was a very pathetic Monday night game full of field goals. But if it wasn't for them giving up that late pick 6 and even fumbling in their own side of the field, that game would have been a lot closer than most think. And I think they can keep the game against Chicago equally as close. So for that reason, I like Buffalo plus 10 on Sunday to cover against the Chicago Bears. The second pick in this system play is the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota also playing a second straight home game after losing the week before. If you recall, they lost to the New Orleans Saints on Sunday night. Well, they're back at it again at home, hosting the visiting Detroit Lions. Minnesota is a 4.5 point favorite. I like Minnesota in this game, and I will go ahead and lay the points 4.5 against Detroit. So again, let's take the Vikings in a system play, minus 4.5 on Sunday afternoon over Detroit. Moving right along, I will now present to you an over-under play this week. I like the under in the New York Jets Miami game, 45.5 points. Both teams have pretty decent defenses, but pretty pathetic offenses. And I think that over-under has great value at 45.5. If it were 42 or 41, I might pass. But I think this game is primed to go under. And for that reason, I am taking the under 45.5 in the Jets at Miami game on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And then our fourth and final pick this week in week 9 of the NFL is a 4 o'clock game. I actually like the Seattle Seahawks as a 1.5 point favorite over the visiting LA Chargers. Seattle is one of those teams that, in my opinion, is flying under the radar. They spanked pretty well the Detroit Lions last week, and I think that they can stifle the high-flying LA Chargers offense just enough to win that game. They might not win by a lot, but definitely maybe by 3, 4, 5 points. That's why I love this point spread at only 1.5. I would actually not be surprised if it goes up a little bit prior to kickoff. So I am taking the Seattle Seahawks over the LA Chargers Sunday at 4 o'clock. So there you have it. Just to recap, we're taking Buffalo plus 10. We're taking Minnesota minus 4.5. We're taking the under in the Jets-Miami game at 45.5. And then we're closing out our Week 8 slate with Seattle minus 1.5 at home on Sunday afternoon. So if you like what you're seeing here on Driving Around Making Picks, be sure to hit that red subscribe button right here on YouTube. And we will be back again next week with Week 10 in the NFL, where we'll do it all again and give you hopefully 4 more winners. In closing, make sure you buckle your seatbelt when driving. And as always, I ask, will these picks provide winners for you here on Driving Around Making Picks? And the answer, as always, is you bet.